Week 1 on location was allotted to the shooting of The Arrival, for which Mr. Guy Dolman had been cast as the very first number 2, whose stay at Portmeirion, incidentally, was much shorter than originally planned. During the time that he was here, work started on the sequences in which the newly arrived prisoner was shown around the village by number 2. The first of these scenes takes place outside the old people's home, where number 2 points out several particular members of the community. It is during this scene that Rover was scheduled to make its first appearance. Number 2 and number 6 then proceed in the direction of the Labour Exchange. And passing by this goldfish pond, they witness 2 fighting men fall into the water. Number 2 explains to number 6 that the gardeners who arrest the men in the pond are simply public-minded citizens. The first scene to be shot with Guy Dolman was outside the old people's home, although this could not be completed due to the failure of the original Rover device. They then shot, as planned, the fighting men scene. Then, suddenly, as I said, Mr. Guy Dolman had to leave the Portmeirion location because of those unforeseen circumstances. This left the sequence incomplete, and a solution had to be found. The problem could only be solved by separating number 2 and number 6 at the earliest opportunity. And so, after getting out of a taxi, number 2 went ahead. By leaving number 6 behind, this enabled the continuation of shooting in Portmeirion with Patrick McGowan, while Guy Dolman could be filmed later at MGM and be combined at the editing stage. The already shot goldfish pond scene was abandoned and reshot in the pool in the village square. The scene was then combined with the so far unshot first appearance of Rover. When the new Rover scene was shot, the number 2 character appears on the gloriette speaking through a megaphone, which conveniently hides the face of Bill Taylor, who doubled for Guy Dolman during this scene. The reshooting of these sequences continued intermittently right up to Friday the 30th of September, the last complete day on location. Despite this complex amalgamation of studio and location footage, the new arrangement can be regarded as an improvement on the original script. By having the 2 leading characters shout their dialogue across the village square, it transforms a private conversation into a public spectacle. And furthermore, it enables old Rover to make a much more dramatic entrance than was originally planned. The 2 men in the Minimoke, which is hijacked by number 6 on the beach in The Arrival, are credited at the end of the episode as first and second guardians. Originally, however, these men were the first and second croquet players involved in a scene which was deleted. The 2 stuntmen concerned were Peter Brace and Keith Peacock. Shortly afterwards, Keith Peacock was killed while doing a stunt elsewhere on a different production.